Hey you guys, I'm sorry this is gonna have to be a quick video. Most of my videos are quick, but I've tried to film this video multiple times, and the first time I had my camera with me and I did not have my SD card in my camera. So then I had to film on my phone, and I was filming on my phone, but I went to go to Dunkin', you know, for the Valentine's Day pink velvet macchiato, which I did get. But then my phone ran out of memory. Ran out of storage on me. And I also have class in 20 minutes, 22 minutes. So we're just gonna go right into it. I wanted to make a Valentine's Day book recommendation video because Valentine's Day is literally my favorite holiday. And the only reason for that is because everything is sold in pink, in hearts, and like this aesthetic that I literally love. So like I bought this sweater and I'm obsessed. Like this is from PacSun. I checked back every single day till it was in stock, and I only saw it in stock once and I immediately bought it. You can get those little waffle makers it's a tiny little waffle maker. It's pink and the waffle comes out in a heart shape. Like when else can you have that? When else can you buy that? You can get hearts on Tupperware, oven mitts, shoes, like everything is in this like Valentine's Day, these cute heart pink vibe, and I'm obsessed. Here are some of the books. Okay, so let's start out with this book, A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yen. So I am a penguin teen book influencer. I always get the words mixed up. I'm a penguin teen book influencer, which is like a really, really cool thing. And they sent me this physical ARC in exchange for like an honest review and everything. So, okay, so I gave this a 3.5 out of 5, and I want to read to you my review just so like, because I have a really bad memory and I want to make sure I hit all the points that I want to say and everything, all my feelings about this, because I read this around a month ago, or I finished it around a month ago. A Taste for Love follows Liza, a Taiwanese American girl who just graduated high school and loves to bake. When she isn't helping her parents out at her family's joint restaurant / bakery, then she's at Boba Life with her best friend Grace and Sarah. Liza's mom is determined to set her up with the perfect match despite Liza's disinterest in anyone her mom tries to, not so subtly, nudge her way. Since Liza loves baking and her parents won't let her go to culinary school, her and her mom come to an agreement that Liza will help judge their family's annual baking competition for students. But Liza is in for a treat when it turns out all the contestants this year are matches her mom picked out for her. This book was super fun and cute to read, and I loved how food / bubble tea / baking / pastries, etc. was a huge part of this book. And then I said, but whatever you do not read this while hungry. Yeah, I'm for real. And I said, I really appreciate reading all the double dating and friendship dynamics in this, which were really sweet, and I can't wait to include it in my Valentine's Day book recommendation. Okay, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have read that part. But yeah, here it is. Here's the recommendation video. And then I said my only problems with the book was that I didn't realize it was based on Pride and Prejudice at first, so I was super confused why the main character's love interest was kind of aloof. I didn't understand what his personality exactly was, but once I found out that their relationship with dynamic is based off Pride and Prejudice, and the further the story went along, the more he showed his personality, and I really warmed up to him more and more in his relationship with Liza. His name is James, and he just turns into like such a wholesome, cute character, and he treats her really well. And then the other thing was the mother-daughter dynamic is kind of hard to read because the mother is very strict and constantly ignoring her daughter's very valid feelings, so it just made me extremely sad for the main character throughout. The mother is very strict and she doesn't apologize, and she always is ignoring Liza's feelings, and it just made me really sad to read. Like I personally I felt so bad for the main character. But I mean, throughout, like, this book is really fun, makes you hungry, it's really cute. James and Liza are so cute, and just watching Liza navigate her family, her friendship, her future college and job, career, all of those dynamics and relationships, it's just really interesting to see. And honestly, she handles it so well. Like I would not have been able to handle it as well as she did. So like it was really interesting and fun to just see how she went about things. And yeah, her and James are really cute. So just a really good book. So because my camera's dying next, we have to go next. This book, very, very cute. And I'm going to say, okay, so Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welsh. And I'm pairing it with The Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey, because both of these deal with a main character losing a loved one and going to a foreign country to work through their grief. And so this one follows this girl named Lena. Lena goes to Italy after her mother dies, and she's sent to Italy to live with her father, who she's never had a relationship with, never even knew about, to like get to know her father. And she's given a journal that her mom used to write in when she studied abroad in Italy. And so she meets a neighbor, I think his name's like Ren. She meets a neighbor in Italy, and he kind of becomes her tour guide, and they kind of go on this like scavenger hunt, but it's not like a scavenger hunt. It's more like them going through her journal, visiting all the places that she wrote about, and it brings her closer to her mother. So it's really, really cool, and there's lots of good food in here too. And then this book is about a Cuban-American girl from Miami whose grandmother just died, and she gets sent to England to deal with her grief, and she meets an English boy that kind of also becomes her tour guide, and there's lots of food in here too. Both of these really, really fun. I got this at the library and read this about this time last year, and I loved it so much, like I literally bought this copy. Like I literally went to the store and got this book, and it's just one of my favorites. It's just so, so good. Absolutely love it. So now let's go into adult romances. These two I want to talk about because they are not really talked about at all, and I wish more people read them because I enjoyed these so much. Also, this cover sparkles. I don't think you can tell. Focus. Oh my gosh, you can't really tell it sparkles, but it literally sparkles. So this one follows Olivia Monroe, and she is a lawyer, and she falls in love with a young, hot senator. Like, oh my gosh, what's his name? Max. He's a junior senator, and she doesn't know who he is at first, but he's like very famous because like young politicians, you know, they're usually in the limelight a lot, or not the limelight, the spotlight a lot. So she gets like thrown into this dynamic, you know, like dating him and having to navigate that, and he's so sweet to her. Like, oh my gosh, this is the trope where it's like the guy is head over heels for the girl and has to like win her over, I guess. Oh my gosh, like, oh, it's just such a good book. It was so, so sweet. I think I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. This one is called The Trouble of Hating You, and it follows an Indian American girl named Leah, and she falls in love with a guy named Jay, but Leah has been outcasted by her Indian community because she's not as traditional, but she has a very, very amazing group of friends that help her through it, and I love them so much. I love books with friends, like friendship groups, you know? It's just really fun to read about, and they help her through so much. And she meets Jay, and she doesn't really like trust all these guys at first because especially in her community, they just like don't respect her, but Jay is different. He definitely respects her, and he is so wholesome, and he's literally amazing, and he also has to win her over. So that's another one of those tropes where the guy like, you know, has to win her over, and they're just really, really cute together. And I think I also gave this a 4 out of 5. Leo is just such a strong main character, so is Olivia. These two just deal with very strong main characters and really wholesome men. Like, it's just really good. It's just really, really good. Both of these so good. More people should talk about them. Next, before my camera literally dies on me, I'm just gonna throw these all together because people have talked about them, so you guys probably all know about these. Red, White, and Royal Blues by Casey McQuiston, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I love all these books so much. These are very fun. These are adult romances as well. I think Red, White, and Royal Blue would be like new adult. Also much fun. 3 top favorites. This one's one of my absolute favorites of all time. It deals with the Renaissance Fair, and oh my gosh, I love Simon. So basically, I think I'll talk about this one more in depth because I feel like this one's not that it's not well known, but the other two, like a lot of people, you know, talk about them, but I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this one. So, and this one's my favorite. So let me go into this. Emily moves to a place called Willow Creek. It gives me very Gilmore Girl vibes because it's like a small town. She moves to Willow Creek, and she is taking care of her sister and her sister's daughter. So her younger niece. And because her sister got in a car accident, and so she's taking care of them, and she moves down there and, you know, just gets thrown into this small town life. And her niece, there's an annual Renaissance Fair every year that's like huge. It's literally huge in this town. Like, it is the event of the year. Her niece's school like gets involved too, but because her niece is a minor, she needs a guardian to go and do the Renaissance Fair with her. And the dude who runs the Renaissance Fair is not very friendly, you know? He's very strict, and they don't really get along for the most part, but she gets thrown into this Renaissance Fair life. I think she's like a wench, I think is what she was. Like, she literally like was, I'm pretty sure that's what they call, oh my gosh. That's my alarm for class. Okay, really fast. She becomes a wench, bartender, whatever you want to call it, for the fair. They have to dress up in costume. They have to be in character the whole entire time. And while she's in character, Simon, the main character, the strict kind of like unfriendly guy who runs the whole thing, he really lets loose. He's a pirate in this. He really like lets loose with his character and they start to form like, you know, a relationship kind of, like they start to like each other, and she's kind of confused because she's like, it's only when we're in character, like I don't really understand what this means. And obviously they form a relationship and it's just so good. It's so good. It's so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have to go to class. My camera is dying. I'm so sorry this was so fast. I love Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I can't wait for Valentine's Day. I have my Dunkin' Donuts drink. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you check these books out, and if you do, let me know. Bye!